Hello everyone, how you all doing, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at a competitive game that I played in the Origin series qualifiers. I played Ezreal. Now, Ezreal got a little bit of a nerf in the previous 2 patches ago now, I believe, where his third ability got a cooldown increase, especially in the early game. But Ezreal's still a really strong champion. Obviously, there have been some other nerfs as well to Ezreal in recent times. 24th attack speed got nerfed. The champion rune got nerfed as well, but Ezreal is still a really good and really safe AD carry to play. In this video, I'll be going through obviously the build and everything as well, and I'll go through a replay of the game that I played in the Origin Series qualifiers yesterday, and we'll take a look at that and we'll have a look, and I'll explain to you some of the decisions that were made and how different competitive is to solo queue. Now, if you enjoy this type of content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you like the video, and comment down below as well what champion you guys want to see next. I know you guys were going to say Draven. It's coming. I promise you. Eventually. Maybe not soon, but eventually. Anyway, going through the build. First off with Ezreal. Now, with Ezreal, he's kind of like a scaling AD carry, so that's why you go for the Manamune. The one tip I would say to do with Manamune is to go for the Tear of the Goddess first. This item, the Tear of the Goddess. What you want to do is then, after you buy the Tear of Goddess, which means that you are able to start stacking quite quickly with the Manamune, you then want to go for Sheen. Now, Sheen is a really strong item on Ezreal. It doesn't really give him mana anymore because it got nerfed, you know, quite previously, but it gives him ability haste, and it also gives him that spellblade effect, which is really powerful. The using ability causes the next attack used within 10 seconds to deal bonus physical damage. Now, the great thing about this is that it works automatically on your first ability. So when you fire off your first ability, and if you hit someone, the Sheen effect will proc straight away, which means that ultimately your first ability will deal extra damage. So it's really nice. So then after you buy the Sheen, you then want to finish off the Manamune. And then after Manamune, you want to go for the Trinity Force. Now, if you're against a full attack damage team, say you're against like Yasuo, Renekton, Wukong, Jin, and someone else, like just a full AD comp, for example, you can also go for Iceborne Gauntlet. It does still have that same Spellblade effect, but it also has armor as well, so you get armor for yourself, and it also has an AoE slow as well anytime you hit an ability. So it's quite nice to have if you are against a full AD comp. I wouldn't recommend this in general, unless maybe you're against a full melee comp. It could be good for kiting and being able to keep your distance from the enemy. But in general, Triforce is better. It gives you more damage. It gives you some health. It gives you a bunch more other stats that are really helpful for Ezreal. So it's not too bad overall, but like I said, it's always best to go for Trinity Force. After that, you got the boots. You can go for Gluttonous Greaves. You can also go for Lucidity boots, armor boots, magic resist boots, depending on the situation of the enemy team. I like to go for the physical vamp boots because it does work on your abilities as well. So it's quite nice to kind of keep yourself healing and keep yourself alive a little bit more. Obviously, that on top of Blade of Ruin King as well, which is really nice. In terms of boots upgrades, you have quite a few that you can go for. Stasis is really good. Proto Belt is really good if you want another dash to kind of keep yourself safe. Quicksilver is really good against a lot of heavy crowd control, and Teleport sometimes can be good if you want to quickly get into a team fight if you're in base. But the main two ones I would say would be Stasis and the Proto Belt, maybe Quicksilver as well, again if you're against a lot of crowd control. But most of the time you go for Stasis just to try and keep yourself alive. Then after boots, Blades of the Ruin King. Really nice item. Again, gives you physical vamp. It allows your attacks to do bonus on hit damage from your physical damage as well. Gives you some nice attack speed, attack damage as well. So overall, a really great item that's really strong. Mortal Reminder, you pretty much see this in every single build. Attack damage, armor penetration, and obviously the grievous wounds that stopping the enemy from healing or reducing the enemy's healing. And then for the last item, you have quite a few options. You have the Maw of Malmortius, which is really good against a lot of magic damage. You can also go for Bloodthirster if you want more healing. It's not really good to go like any attack speed or any more attack damage because Ezreal's main purpose is from his abilities, so you're not really getting any bonuses from attack speed or crit or anything like that. Death Stance is another great item if you're against a lot of assassins that try to one-shot you. Really strong item to try and go for that. Guardian Angel, really good against assassins as well and against a full AD comp because you get the armor in there as well. And that's pretty much it in terms of the last item. You've got 3 options there. Pick whichever one best suits you. Again, if you want to, if you want that revive, it's best to go for GA. If you against a lot of attack ability power, then go for more Malmortius. Or if you against a lot of assassins, then go for Death Stance to kind of allow you to heal up because it will be over bleed effect, the damage that the enemy does. In terms of runes, Conqueror, you see this all the time. I explained to this so much already. But with Ezreal, it's really good to stay back and kind of hit your abilities. And then hitting your abilities allows you to stack up Conqueror stacks. And then at max stacks, you deal more damage. Amazing. Moving on to the next rune. Now, we have Champion here. Now, Champion is a very high risk, high reward rune. Obviously, you gain 8% damage at the start of the game, which is really nice. But you lose 4% each time you die until the bonus disappears. So this really depends on yourself. Do you feel like you can play safe enough that you won't die once or twice and it become a useless rune? Or do you feel like you play a bit safer? So like for me in this game that I played in the Origin Series qualifiers yesterday, I was able to not die a single time. So I was able to keep that 8% damage towards champions throughout the whole game. But there might be some people that maybe don't feel as confident to try and keep yourself alive. Don't feel as confident and think they're going to probably die 1 or 2 times. If you think you're one of them people, then it's probably best to go for something like Gathering Storm. Gathering Storm is a really good scaling rune with Ezreal. As I said, he's not really as strong in the early game, but he does scale well into the mid and the late game, so you can go for that. You can also go for Brutal if you want a bit of early game damage as well. I wouldn't really recommend Brutal because it doesn't really help you that much. With AD carries, your sole purpose is not really the early game, so you don't really want any benefits for the early game. Your main purpose is when you get to the mid and the late game, you get 2 or 3 items and you can be really strong. Like I said, for me, you can also go for Hunter Vampirism as well if you go for different boots instead of Glutton Screes. I forgot to mention that. Quite nice to get some more physical vamp if you want to. But for me, I like to go for Champion. I'm a bit of a high risk, high reward person. So if I'm able to only die once or die no times during the whole game, I get some extra damage towards champions. For the second rune, or third rune, if you want to call it that, for the second sub-rune, I should say, we have Second Wind here. Now, with Ezreal, sometimes you can get poked down quite a bit by supports or by some champions, and most of the time you want to stay back and you want to use your abilities to kind of farm minions in the laning phase. Second Wind helps you stay in lane for a lot longer. It allows you to heal some health back, and also allows you to heal even more health back if you took damage within the past 10 seconds. So really nice rune. If you don't want to go Second Wind, if you feel like you're not going to get poked in lane at all, Bone Plating is okay. The bottom rune, wouldn't really recommend it because it's on quite a long cooldown. Hunter Titan's there as well. Really good rune to get some more max health and some tenacity. But most of the time I like to go for Second Wind. And then for the last rune, you can go for Mana Flow Band if you want to. If you want to stick with Sweet Tooth, you can also stick with Sweet Tooth. But I like Mana Flow Band just to give me some more mana, which means I get more damage from the mana immune itself. So Mana Flow Band, pretty decent. Again, Sweet Tooth is really good as well, but most of the time I like to go for Mana Flow Band. And then for spells, we have Flash and Barrier. So yeah, that's it for the build rundown. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick breakdown that I'm going to be doing of the gameplay. It's going to be a replay as well, so it's not going to be live gameplay because I wasn't able to stream it. But I hope you enjoy, and I will see you all very soon. I say very soon, and we're back already. How quick was that? That was pretty crazy, right? So, this is a game from the, yes, I keep saying ESL because it's by the same people. Origin Series qualifiers. I can't remember what team this was. I think this was HIU, which was the first game that we played yesterday. I don't really know the ranks of everyone. Oh, yeah, this is where I accidentally flashed. Oh, my God, I can't believe I picked this game. All right, not going to lie, I accidentally flashed here. No one saw that. It's okay. We move on. Right, cool. Anyway, so yeah, this game was a game from the Origin Series qualifiers. We're playing Ezreal Lux in a bot lane, me and Polish Onion, aka Komoto, against Zyra Khan. Now, Zyra Khan is a bit of a hard lane for us, to be honest, with Lux Ezreal. Zyra Khan can do a lot in terms of pushing the lane, can do a lot in terms of, you know, gaining pressure, and does really well in 1v1 situations. So our main purpose here is just to kind of let the lane push in. We don't really want to take a lot of damage. We don't really want to risk anything in terms of maybe Xayah getting a little bit of poke damage or Rakan being able to jump onto us as well. But our main purpose is to just farm up and to try and stay as safe as possible. We got Sanji in the jungle playing Gragas. He accidentally went the wrong runes as well. It was a little bit of a scuffed game, I'm not gonna lie. We were meant to pick Diana mid lane, I believe. But yeah, with Diana mid lane, I wasn't able to pick it in time, so we went for Orianna mid lane instead, which is quite interesting. But yeah, it was a little bit of a scuffed game, but it wasn't too bad. So, a little bit of a trade there. Mozilla, the legend, in top lane as well, getting a kill onto the Akali, which is quite nice. As you can see there, really good interaction. What you can do with Rakan, with Ezreal, sorry, against Rakan, is that if you know the knock-up is about to happen on the Rakan, you can actually E in time to be able to get that little bit of extra damage off. As you can see here, we're trying to catch the Xayah. I unfortunately get rooted, but I believe we do get the kill in the end. I think Sanji gets the kill. Nice easy catch. Really, really well played by me and Polish Onion there to be able to get that quick pick off on the Xayah. I think the Rakan was roaming and then Xayah tried to follow him as well. But unfortunately, she got a little bit picked off there. As you can see, I got Sweeper early on. The main reason is that with Sweeper, it's actually really important in competitive play to allow you to know about the vision control and what vision the enemy team has. So I used my Sweeper there just before we were going in on the Xayah. We knew we didn't have, well, we knew, me and Polish Onion knew that we... Let me say that again. Me and Polish Onion knew that they didn't have any wards in that area of the jungle or near our tribe bush. So we knew that we could, you know, Polish Onion used his first ability to get a nice, quick and easy stun off on the Xayah, and we will get able to get a nice, easy kill there onto Xayah. But that was all to do with Fog of War, us having that vision onto Xayah, and then being able to, you know, use Polish Onion's first ability with a nice crowd control, and then me being able to follow up as well with all the abilities, which is quite nice. So not a bad start of the game. I could turn Fog of War here, or no, I'll leave Fog of War. I'll leave Fog of War on so you guys can see the Fog of War and everything as well. But not bad start. Nice early kill for Sanji in the jungle. As you can see, I've gone for Tyr this game. I didn't go for Sheen this game. I went for the straight into Manamune. Because I kind of wanted to spike a little bit earlier because we did have a lot of... obviously, we did have the advantage that we just got an early kill. And I wanted to try and get even more advantage to make sure I can get my Manamune quicker. If there's a situation that you're ahead with Ezreal, it's really, really nice to be able to get the Manamune as quick as possible. So if you do upgrade your Tyr into the Manamune early, every single ability that you use will stack the Manamune quicker than the Tyr, basically. So it depends on the situation, you know. Do you want to have the power effect of the Sheen, or do you want the Manamune effect really, really quickly? So as you can see, Dragon has spawned. It's all about the Dragon now in competitive play. You can see that most of the time it's always going to be about playing around the Dragons. All the team are going to be around the Dragon. Mozilla gets a nice, easy kill in the top lane. As you can see, we didn't pull out the Dragon. Most of the time you do pull out the Dragon here. But Camille does jump over the wall. But Sanji does really well to knock the Camille away. I think it was still in smite range, but he was able to get that quick and easy kill. We try and kill Corki here, but unfortunately we weren't able to actually kill Corki. I try and flash here. Another failed flash, but it's all good. You don't see the flashes this game. You know, it's completely fine. I'm a little bit rusty on Ezreal. I haven't played Ezreal for a long, long time, to be honest, since he got nerfed. So I was a little bit rusty, but I believe Kai'Sa got banned this game, and also Xayah got picked early on in the draft. I was like, what can I play if I don't have Kai'Sa? If I don't have Xayah, I guess I got to pick Ezreal. So, so this is the first time, honestly, playing Ezreal for like a good probably month or something like that. So I might seem a little bit rusty at times, but I thought this would be a good game to kind of commentate, and a good game to have a look over in terms of, you know, looking from a competitive standpoint. You know, you can see the movements of my team, of the enemy team, and obviously what decisions that we make as well. So obviously we made the decision there to go for the Dragon, and it was really good smite there by Sanji. Ika's doing quite well in the mid lane as well on the Orianna. Now this is one thing that you'll see in competitive quite a lot. How does this top lane fight go? Did we win this top lane fight? Oh, okay. Akali, by the way. I think Sanji does get the kill, though. That was my ultimate there, as you saw. I believe Sanji does get the kill eventually. Full tank Gragas is broken, by the way. Yep. There you go. He does die in the end. But he did get the kill. Now, one thing that always happens in competitive is lane swaps. Now, as soon as the dragon spawns, you always get this lane swap situation. So, the bot lane goes on the opposite side of the map and vice versa with top lane. The reason for that is because of the Rift Herald. The Rift Herald after dragon is the main objective to try and take. To try and get the first tower, to try and get that, you know, early advantage with the Rift Herald. And also being able to get the Rift Herald is also really nice to obviously pressure in the next dragon fight if you want to use it then. So unfortunately, we weren't able to get the Rift Herald, but Mozilla does get the top lane tower because Sanji got that kill onto Akali. So I'm just taking a drink because it is really hot today in the UK. So yeah, so even though they got Rift Heralds, because Sanji was top lane and Sanji was farming the jungle, they were able to get the Rift Herald, which is a bit of a slow rotation for us. But Mozilla, with his early lead in top lane, was able to get the kill. Not the kill, sorry, the first tower. Unfortunately, he's not able to get a kill there. But we take that advantage of 3 people being top lane, and we get the bot lane tower as well. So in competitive, it's always about trading objectives and trading in terms of situations. So we knew in that situation, okay, Mozilla's top lane, their jungler's top lane, their mid lane's top lane, so everyone's top lane. So Sanji was bot side the map, so we were like, cool, let's trade Mozilla's life in top lane for a bot lane tower. So they got the Rift Herald from it, but what did they lose? They lost the top lane turret from Mozilla because Mozilla is really far ahead from the Akali. We got the bot lane tower as well because Mozilla died. So overall, it was a win trade for us. Even though they got the Rift Herald, which is not really the best to play for us, we were able to trade that on the opposite side of the map, get that first turret gold, and get even more gold with the turret bot lane as well. As you can see, we swapped lane straight back now. Now we're back in the top lane because Dragon spawns in 26 seconds. You'll see this happening a lot in competitive. You know, the top, bot lane and the top lane will swap a lot, depending on what objective is up and where the enemy team is at the time as well. So you can see most of their, well, they got 4 people mid lane at the moment. So I'm pushing down this lane and I'm like, cool, I'm going to roam towards the dragon now. I'm going to try and get some vision control. I believe I had the, oh, this was a really close ultimate. I nearly killed the Zai here. I think Mozilla does kill him in the end. Yeah, dashes in and uses the ignite. I'm not too sure if he actually dies here or if he survives. Actually really close that he killed Corky as well. But that whole time that they were doing that, we are doing dragon. So we're able to get dragon here in the end. Even though Mozilla died, he traded his life for Zaya. We're able to get the dragon and we're able to peel back and do quite well in that situation. As you can see, they're all on like low HP. I tried to flash again, another failed flash. Don't judge me, please, but I tank the tower to make sure that my team gets some nice, quick and easy kills. So again, they used Herald mid lane, but they weren't able to get anything from the Rift Herald itself. We were able to get a trade with Mozilla and Zaya in the mid lane, even though my ultimate nearly killed her. We're able to get the dragon as well. Again, getting that dragon control is super, super important. I'm able to get a nice kill onto Zaya there as well. And we got a nice, easy time in this game. So again, we're able to get the mid tower now because we were able to get a kill onto Zaya. We can keep pressuring. I get a kill onto Rakan here as well. So 2 nice, quick and easy kills. Corky, for some reason, packages in because he thinks he can maybe do something, but unfortunately not. And from here on out, it's pretty much a GG well played. So again, it's all in competitive. It's always about trading objectives. You know, is the enemy taking an objective? What can you trade in terms of that objective? Can you get something on the opposite side of the map to be able to get a nice and easy objective? But we do get a little bit over aggressive here. I think we're having a little bit of fun here and being a little bit over aggressive. Because we could have got the tower there, to be honest, but I think we just went a little bit too deep. Mozilla went underneath the Nexus, which was a bit mental. I tried to ultimate to get a little bit of extra damage, try and distract them as well from the rest of the team, but nothing really going for them. Polish does die, but overall, not too bad. We're still quite a far way ahead in gold. That death or that situation in, you know, in terms of diving the mid lane Nexus is not the worst thing in the world. Excuse me, definitely could be a lot cleaner, but yeah. So as you can see, we got the Manimune, we got the Sheen up, we got the Manimune upgraded, sorry, we got the Sheen, we got the Longsword as well, which is really, really nice.
10 times the asking price.
And as you can see, this is a situation I'm really, really strong. So I got my Man Immune, I got my Trinity Force. I went for Stasis this game because you got Rakan's going to jump on me. You got Akali, you got Camille as well that's probably going to try and ulti on top of me. So I thought Stasis was going to be the best enchant for this situation to be able to kind of keep myself alive for longer. That's the main thing. So in this situation, the best thing for us to do is to just work around and play around the Baron, because that is the next objective. And we know that we're super strong at this point. We know that we're able to, you know, kind of be aggressive and kind of be the ones that are being proactive, not reactive. In terms of early game, we were a little bit reactive in terms of the Rift Herald. We were quite proactive with the Dragon. With the Rift Herald, we was a little bit reactive. So I made the call here to go for the Dragon, because there's nothing, I mean the Baron, sorry, because there's nothing really that they can do to us, to be honest. They can't really trade or exchange with us or anything like that. I think Akali tries to jump onto us, but there's nothing really that Akali can do. I use my E to safety, I use my ultimate, and as you can see, I'm just staying back here, I'm using my abilities, and I'm just making sure that I'm just keeping myself alive. That's the main, like, that's a great thing with Ezreal, is that you can use your abilities to kind of peel back, keep yourself alive, and obviously play really, really safe. As you can see, I did not fail my flash that time. I was actually able to Q flash to be able to get the damage there onto Rakan. I thought it was going to kill him, but it didn't. But yeah, we weren't able to do the Baron in the end. But what the Baron did, the Baron forced them to make a decision. Did they just give up the Baron and pretty much give up the game? Or do they kind of contest the Baron, sorry? Do they kind of force themselves to go towards the Baron? Or do they, you know, give it up basically? So they made the decision to come and force themselves towards the Baron, but because we're so far ahead, we were able to turn around from the Baron. We're able to get that engage off and get that nice and easy quick couple of pickups. I was going to go back to base here, but we wanted to get a nice quick and easy pick here on a champion. I think we try and get the Camille here, which I think we do in the end, which is their jungler down, I believe. Oh no, he actually ulted my ultimate, which is a little bit unlucky. We are playing a little over aggressive here again. I don't really know if this is the best play for us to do. We probably just could go towards Dragon. I, again, get a little bit over aggressive as well, as I just mentioned. But we got a nice, quick and easy kill. Polish is trolling me, as always. You know, Polish Onion. As some of you may know, dude always trolls me. You know, doesn't actually do anything else in his life but troll me. But, you know, that's why I love him. But we're able to get the Dragon. We're able to push down mid lane. I can go back into base. There's a little bit of a crazy trade-off happening top lane here. Mozilla's just 1v9 in this game because he's so damn strong. It's absolutely crazy how strong he is right now. Yeah, nice and easy game. We build towards the Blade Ruin King, but I don't believe we finish it in time. Yeah, that's the main differences with competitive. Competitive is all about communication and about, you know, trading in terms of objectives, because as some of you may know, objectives is the most important thing in Wild Rifts. You want to make sure that you have your objectives available and you know what to do with objectives at all times. As you can see here, we're going towards the Baron again because, again, we're so far ahead. We've got the Dragons. We can, again, force them to come towards us and make that decision, which we're able to do. They're not able to, you know, do anything really. They can try and jump into us and actually do something. Camille tries to jump in to steal the Baron. Sanji gets a great smite off onto the Baron, and I'm able to kill the Camille here, and pretty much we end the game off this. So again, it's about being proactive, using them objectives to kind of, you know, force the enemy team to come into us. Because to be honest, even if they steal Baron there, we still win the game because we're so far ahead and we can win a team fight even if they do have Baron. As you can see, we're able to go into Nexus, finish off the game with a nice and easy victory. So yeah, not bad game overall. I am a sub for this team, so I probably won't be playing in the monthly finals. But I'm playing in the qualifiers to help these guys out. As you can tell, some of my old teammates, Mozilla and Polish Onion, obviously were on Resolve before. We've got Sanji, we got Ika, we got a couple of few other players as well in the team. But yeah, really, really nice gameplay overall. As you can tell, I did not die a single time. Most damage in nearly the whole game. Akali did a little bit more extra damage than me. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a bit of an insight in terms of competitive games. And you guys can see, you know, what competitive gameplay looks like in terms of high elo competitive gameplay. As mentioned, it's a bit of a slower game pace. There's not really like crazy fights happening left, right, and center. People getting caught out left, right, and center in solo queue. In competitive, it's all about, again, focusing on them objectives, being proactive or reactive, which we did really well this game, and being able to take that victory. But yeah, hope you guys all enjoyed this. If you do want to see more competitive games, please do let me know. I might do some like analysis of like some top tier games and everything from maybe Origin series, which might be kind of cool. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Take care, and I'll see you all very soon.